And watch and see. I told, I might have been speaking to your kids. I told them I'm getting ready to go on a fast. And I'm getting ready to go into prayer. And I'm going to pray for congregation Yashra'al. And I'm going to pray for all of the body of fellowship, all those that are within the body that fellowship was, and those that are outside this body. And because Yahuah has to do something within these homes.
Come on.
You'll be surprised how many Israelite congregations, personal homes they're going through. Because all of a sudden now, our women are taking a position that they're equal with you. They don't care what they say to you. They don't reverence or respect the authority that Yahuah has given you. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That can't be. You got to know that's the Shaitan trying to destroy the nation. You got to know that's the devil. Now all of a sudden, Yahuah giving you a word, you laying before him, you reading, you praying to get a word for him to bring to the congregation. But all of a sudden, your Isha, Yahuah and her got their own thing going. She hear more from him than you, and you the head, he's speaking through you. She can't hear you because he's talking to her. Or supposedly talking to her. You know Yahuah ain't about no mess like that. When the word he give you a husband for, he ain't gonna overlook the husband, he gonna speak directly to you. You crazy. Let me tell you something. He's speaking through that man. I don't care how you feel about it. He is not talking to you. He's talking to that man. Your covenant. Yahuah doesn't change up his plan because you feel like you're just as good or equal as your husband. That's a deceiving spirit talking to you. Go ahead, Akeem.
I have to ask this because, you know, with the story, if I'm correct, it's Samson. You see the Malachim coming to his mother and not coming to his father. So some may try to use that and say that you do it sometimes speak to the woman, not necessarily. So how would you...
I'll say that again.
The story with Samson, where the Malachim came to his mother and told him that your son shall be a Nazarite. And then she went back and told her husband something. How would you address that?
Easy. I'll go back to the Torah and show the original blueprint and pattern that was set from the beginning. He speaks to the man. Why was he speaking to her?
She made a vow that, you know, if they gave her a son, he would, you know, she would give
she what?
Yeah, she would give the son.
Yeah, because she made a vow that she would give her son what? Back to Yahuah for his use, his purpose.
And the woman couldn't make a vow unless her husband agreed to it.
Right?
I was going to say that she actually, if you remember the story, she went and talked to her husband, and her husband went and talked to
We got you.
went and talked to him, and then it got worked out. He had to get it clear and straight when it went out. So he still had to come through the man, even though he approached her first.
Right.
Exactly. Because remember, Samson, he was the first judge. And if you look at that whole thing, the woman is saved in childbearing. The situation happened the same with Rebecca. When Rebecca asked the father, in sincerity, why she's having the trouble that she's having. And remember, she was barren. She wasn't even having any children. Now, once she submitted herself, and she said now that if the father was to bless her with a child, she would make that vow that that child now would be dedicated as a firstborn to the services of Yahuah. So again, she still had to recognize authority. Her husband got her pregnant, and once she was in a submissive role, the father opened her womb. If you're not in a submissive role, the father will never open your womb to put you in a position to make a vow in order for us to get a Samson to be the first judge of Israel. I mean, it gets really no easier than that. You know, so it's no way around it. You're going to have to follow the blueprints the way that Moray is sharing with us in order for the household to be submissive.
And the sad part about this is that Yahuah has deceived people, so a lot of these women out on YouTube, Facebook, teaching all these lessons, he won't even allow them to see this. No matter what the pattern is throughout the book, they're just going to overlook and bypass that like it doesn't matter. But we finna come back over to these two houses. But I know I'm in the truth.
Yeah.
Our people just gone crazy. Isaiah 11:11. Well, that's all Shalat get Yeshayahu, Isaiah 11:11. Yeah.
Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahuah shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. Keep reading. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Yashra'al, or Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Yahudah, or Judah, from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim, or Ephraim, shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. And Yahuah shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make them go over dry shod. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Yashra'al in the day that he came out of the land of Egypt.
Okay, and so you see something taking place there. He's talking about gathering the dispersed. Let's jump over to Ezekiel 37, start at verse 15. Go ahead.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15. The word of Yahuah came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand.
Stop right there. He said, join them what?
One to another.
One to another, and they shall become what?
One stick.
One stick. Where's that stick going to be?
In one hand.
In one hand. So now what you have is these two brides, these two women, they're what? Coming back together. And the only way they can be together is being what? A card and in agreement under what? One roof. He's bringing them back together. Bringing them back where? Into covenant relationship. And you cannot find not one time in history since the split where the 12 tribes even attempted to come back together. You can go read Ephraim and Manasseh and maybe Simeon or one other tribe where they came and they kind of got with Yehudah. But as far as the whole house of Israel, joining back together with Yahuah, unheard of, it's not in there. So now you see something. Now he's fixing to bring this bride, or bring these two women, bring them back into covenant relationship, and bring them back into agreement, bring them back into a unity back under the covenant, or back into the house. And the only way they can be back in his house is how? Submission and obedience. That's the only way you can dwell in his presence. Okay, continue reading.
Verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith Yahuah Elohim, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith Yahuah Elohim, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
He said, I'm going to bring them where?
Into their own land.
In their own land. Why haven't they been in their own land?
Because they have been disinherited.
They have what?
Been
Been
disinherited.
disinherited? What else?
Because they were split up.
They were split up. Disinherited. You cannot live where?
Under one.
In that land in disagreement.
Let the land spit you out.
It will do what?
Spit
It will spit you out.
I told that again.
You have to be in agreement with Yahuah in order to reside in his land. You got two women. You see him talking about bringing them where? Back into a land that they inherit. Continue reading. We'll go.
Verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their Elohim.
Okay, and they shall what? Be my people,
and I will be their
and I will
Elohim.
be their Elohim. Why did he say they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim?
They was put away.
Okay, they were put away. Which is out?
Because they're not at the moment.
Because they're not at the moment. Because what? They haven't been in covenant relationship with him. So you can't dwell in his presence if you're not in covenant relationship with him. He brought them into the house, and like Maury said, he escorted them straight on throughout the back door. Brought them through the front door, walked them clean through the back door. Go ahead and read on.
Verse 24. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
No, they shall walk in their judgment. And judgment, what do what?
No, they're going to walk in my judgment.
He said they shall walk in my judgment. And what time did it say he was going to walk into their judgment and follow their statutes, whatever?
Not ever.
It's not in there. He said they shall walk in my judgment. Go ahead.
And observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
Okay, so I should make a covenant of what?
A covenant of peace with them.
A covenant of peace with them. That's the last covenant to be made with this bride. A covenant of peace. What does that take place? Why does there have to be a covenant of peace?
So that they can get one mind.
But did he tell them, I have somewhat against you? You know it has to be a covenant of peace because they're not in covenant relationship with him right now. Oh yeah, towards the end when we enter into, before we enter into the kingdom. Because you have to be in total subjection and before you can go in that land. Talking about a marriage stuff. All that foolishness he had at Sinai, that ain't gonna happen no more. You ain't even got to worry about that. Let me tell y'all something. When he gets through with us, we're gonna be so glad to be obedient. Oh man, I mean, every time somebody mentioned about breaking on the Sabbath, you probably go upside their head. When you think about all the turmoil, all of the suffering and all that the nation of Yashra'al has endured, and they only had to do one thing to make it cease. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop doing it, just breaking all of the covenant. Just submit, just follow what he's asking you to do. What's so hard about thou shalt not kill? That you just refuse to, I ain't studying when talking, I'm going to kill them then. What's so hard about thou shalt not kill? Don't you know you got to be a wicked something other where you just can't go without taking somebody's life? You get up plotting to go kill. What's so hard about thou shalt not steal? You just sitting up waiting for Gabar to put his new t-shirt down with the friend and then when we go to the mall, we slip up, we were like, hey man, you ain't Gabar got a shirt like that? You know, oh yeah, bro, he got one like that. Knowing that you got that man's shirt on. He set the shirt down and you knew he was looking for it. You even helped the man look for his own shirt that you done stole. But y'all know, this sounds kind of common, but is this not the kind of stuff that we do? Yeah. We'll take some of yours, know we got it, and see you looking for it. Be like, oh man, I know I set my phone down over here somewhere. You be like, no, I ain't see that. Let me help you look for it. Let me look over here. And all of a sudden, you know you got this man's phone. Go ahead, Pt3.
It's just like when you say thou shalt not kill. When you have people that kill these children, they're going out and helping parents look for them, knowing they killed them. And then at the end you find out it was the person that was in the search party that killed them.
Right there, the search person. I mean, search party.
Right. Yep.
It's crazy. But this is the kind of stuff, it sounds common, but this is the kind of stuff the nation of Yahusha just don't have any kind of remorse or anything.
On a regular.
On a regular. You going in there, you know you love, but man, I thought sure I left my honey bun in this refrigerator. Then you ask everybody at the house, hey, did any of y'all see a honey bun on this rack in the refrigerator? Everybody goes, no, I didn't see it. And you sitting there looking at that white ice right in the corner of their house, knowing they done ate your honey bun, they sitting there gonna tell a bold-faced lie. Am I lying? No. Because this is the kind of stuff we do and think is no harm. But did not he tell that it's not the what? I forgot that scripture, y'all. About destroying the vine.
It's the small fox that destroyed the vine.
Right, so say it for me. It slipped my mind right there.
Oh, I just said it. Say it again. It's the small foxes that confound the vine.
Okay, then y'all heard. And so this is what takes place. And it's just crazy the things that we do. It just will go out of the way. But this is what I'm saying. You have to be in submission and subjection. You can't just take, well, I don't think there's no harm. I'll tell you what. I ain't gonna steal and kill, but Ain't nothing wrong with a little white lie. Yes, it is. The Most High have never put colors online. When you read this book, He told you not to bear false witness.
Sure did.
Don't you know you have to be in full submission and subjection to Him? You have to submit to it all. And that's the nation of Yashra'al number one problem. We like to pick and choose the part that we don't like. And the stuff that we have problem with, we want to bypass that and look over that.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's the spirit. You're right, Doc. Everybody loves Torah until it gets to the part that they can't quite comply with it. But Yahuah doesn't have a Torah where you can halfway comply with it.
Sure don't.
Either you're in it or you're out of it. You agree with it or you don't. It's just as simple as that. But all of this right here, I know it sounds common. Trust me when I tell you, Yahuah trying to save some lives. We should have peace in our houses 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because all of us in the house, no matter who the word is coming from, we're all supposed to be following the exact same thing. Don't you know in Zazakan's house, it's his duty to make sure y'all don't fall in a hole?
Wow.
What kind of father and husband or leader would he be in the house? There's a big old huge manhole, and he walking and he watching you. You ain't paying attention because you're not listening to him. You're not paying attention. You fix to walk in this hole and fall 7,500 feet.
Woo. That's a big house I got, brother.
And so, you know, but that's his duty. Out of love, he instructed, baby, don't walk over there. You're not listening. Baby, I said, don't walk over there. Why are you talking to me that way? Why are you raising your voice at me? He's trying to keep you from busting your head. It's a hole in front of you. Never mind how I say it. I'm saying it because I love you and I don't want you to die. Look at how Yahuah disciplined us in the book. Wouldn't it have been nice if he said, don't y'all do that. I'm not going to tell you again, don't do that. Why do you keep on doing that? You know he didn't discipline that way. We're living examples of it. We're over here in this land struggling and straining. We hung on trees. We burned. Dogs ate us. We ate our own babies and stuff. I mean, made a literal meal out of it and ate our own children. It was your necessary means of survival. Isn't that some kind of discipline? But we don't think about this stuff. Because let me tell you one thing. I guarantee you, when it's time for us to get up out of this land, and he start releasing these plagues and stuff, the very man that you got so much mouth against and you want to talk against and you want to stand up against, guess who you going to be all hugged up on holding and he won't even be able to move for trying to you put and stuff. Because then you're going to see the importance of it. And that's the problem in this land. It's too much, America extends too much some to our women till they only see you in the natural. They see you as Christopher, right? They see you as Christopher. They don't see you as I can. But see, with Christopher, they might see you might not have this. You might not have this. You might not be on this level. But what happens when the Most High takes you out of this kingdom and he restores you? It's no longer Zazakan, it's King Zakan. Malek Zakan.
It's good.
Now, he's restored you and put you in your rightful position with the prosperity that goes along with it. I bet you don't see him as Christopher no more. you how you don't see them that anymore. Get so I can close out Isaiah 4. Let's start at verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 4, starting at verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
What is that day, y'all?
The day of Yahuah.
The day of Yahuah. What happens at the day of Yahuah? He's dealing with the nation, he's judging the nation, but he's restoring the nation of Yashra'al. In that day and at that time, go ahead.
7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread.
We'll eat our own bread.
And wear our own apparel.
All before, wasn't let me upgrade you?
Oh, man.
No, I don't want no scrubs. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a job if you want to be with me.
To the left, to the left.
To the left, you're an independent woman, but let's keep reading. We'll buy our own food, we'll buy our own raiment. Go ahead.
Only let us be called by thy name.
How are you called by a man's name?
Marriage.
Marriage. Go ahead.
To take away our reproach.
To take away our reproach. What's the reproach?
Singleness.
You don't have a covering. You do not have a covering. And in the nation of Yashra'al, in his land, it is looked down upon to not have a covering. What is it about you that some man don't feel it necessary or see you, what's the word I want to say, desirable to cover you? I'll tell you what it is. It's all that neck popping and head rolling and stuff when the man trying to tell you something. But I'm going to continue this. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.